It's high-speed business at a record pace.
Get 70 miles to the gallon on this one. It's a ship that made a castle.
He better be coming hard to represent his boy Lando. Lamborghini, we really do hope you are at this episode.
We are planning on you. And Sloon has already jumped in the chat and he says, Dodgers are on. Come on.
look at Mike.
And I just want to say thank you for acknowledging that I am a man divided this evening.
I had to pull Mike away from the broadcast.
Not the easiest task.
And that's not like a easy thing to do.
Not at all.
I felt bad doing it. And kudos to you, Mike, for stepping away from your other love.
Thank you. Thank you for
in a
acknowledging.
critical World Series moment.
Yes.
That you are not watching. Your wife is upstairs.
And she just texted a thread and said, beautiful play. So I'm guessing something good just went down.
You got to silence notifications.
I have to try.
You're going to be distracted all night.
Yeah.
And you're also going to be clueless.
I'm going to be clueless.
Yeah.
A tie game in the ninth inning.
It is intense.
Roki Sasaki's pitching.
Yeah.
This game has been insane.
Yeah.
Anyways, but this race was also so good.
Yeah. Can you imagine leaving the last 15 laps of the Mexican Grand Prix to record a podcast about the Dodgers?
I would also have been just as angry. I would have been equally as upset.
Yeah. We had a crazy race this weekend.
We really did.
But before we dive into that,
Yes.
I saw a movie this weekend.
Okay.
Maybe a car movie, maybe car adjacent.
Is it Twister?
No.
Okay.
And then we have a listener question.
Okay.
And then we can dive into the Mexican Grand Prix.
All right.
Okay. So I
like
went
the
and
format.
saw Tron Ares this weekend.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's light bikes.
There's light bikes. That's the first thing everyone thinks of.
Yeah, totally.
Daft Punk and light bikes.
Yeah, for sure.
And this
Olivia
one-
Wilde.
And Olivia Wilde.
Yes.
This one only had one of the three that made the second a success.
Yeah. Okay.
So it had the light bikes.
Yes.
And it was fun to see the light bikes in the real world because
Yeah, it crosses over that way.
Yeah.
Right? The video game comes to reality.
yeah. But there was a moment in the movie where every bike in the movie is Ducati.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Did you remember Tron Legacy?
Yes.
He drives a Ducati or rides a Ducati. There's a moment in the movie where the main character, she jumps on her Ducati bike and then her like friend jumps in this like cool 80s Audi Quattro rally car that is done up really well.
Okay.
And they just drive to like another building.
Oh.
I don't know what the point was.
Other than just showing a
Like-
moment in an Audi Quattro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, because
Which
like
we're
one, you
here
need
for.
to establish that this main character knows how to ride a bicycle because she's eventually going to be riding light bikes.
Right.
It's the same thing that happens in Tron Legacy where he rides the Ducati everywhere.
Right.
But to have her friend ride this, drive this amazing classic rally car is weird.
Right.
Because it serves no purpose other than to have the weird random car guy in the audience be like, oh, that's dope.
Yeah.
And then
Oh,
for the 2 seconds it's on screen, it's like, oh, shoot, is that coming back?
Yeah,
No?
yeah. Like,
Okay.
are we
well,
going to reconnect with this later in the movie? Do we get a hero moment with this car?
Whenever you see a really cool car in a movie, are you always scared that they're going to crash it?
Always.
It's the worst.
It's almost like the movie director giving the audience a real sense of danger.
oh, yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, oh, here's this precious thing
Yeah.
that a certain audience is going to be very, very cautious about us using
Yes.
because we know how precious it is. And so I'm going to smash it. And, you're like,
it's heart-wrenching.
it's like, why do you do that?
I'll tell you about a good one that happens in, and it sucks.
yeah.
Is the new Goosebumps movie that was made like the last 10-ish, 15
Oh,
years.
yeah. There's
Jack
a moment
Black,
with the Wagoneer,
he drives
right?
a really clean Jeep Wagoneer.
Right.
And I was a big Jeep fan.
Yeah.
I love the old Jeep fans, especially the Woodies.
Oh, yeah.
Oh man, he drives this amazing one, and halfway through the movie, this giant monster picks it up and smashes it, and my soul dropped out of my body.
like, "No."
And Jack Black in the movie acknowledges it. He's like, "No, it had such low miles."
Yeah,
I was
yeah,
like,
yeah.
at least a character recognized what just
You're
happened.
like, yeah, this is heartbreaking for him, and clearly we know something some sort of depth out of the character from that as well.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
He cared about that.
He cared about the car. I
Right,
learned a bit
right.
about Jack Black.
Yeah,
And
totally.
that guy. And I always hope that those scenes are CGI'd now.
Yeah.
Every other movie, I'm like, practical effects, please.
Right.
Except for if Christopher Nolan pulled in like a classic 911.
Yeah, I'd be like,
I'm like, no, CGI
Leave
this.
that alone. Leave that alone.
You're throwing that off a
Leave
bridge.
that alone.
CGI it, please.
Call Singer. They'll make a replica. Like, we don't need to be smashing real ones.
I'm sure that Beverly Hills Auto Club has some
Has some rusty piece of crap that, you
that they're
can
trying to
smash.
hawk on eBay.
for 10 grand.
Just throw that one off
buy
the
that
bridge.
one.
Yeah. No, it's very real. So I'm glad that that's
Oh, yeah.
sentimental across all car fans.
I think about it all the time. And even like when you look at movies like Bullet but like Gone in 60 Seconds more recently, right?
Yeah.
Like the amount of Eleanors that they launched off of a freaking truck into a bunch of boxes and things to just be able to get the shot of it jumping. You're like, how many takes did they take? Well, they took a couple from what I remember.
Yeah.
So they smashed a bunch, even if they weren't as done up as the
And you
real
hope
movie
that,
car. But
yeah, but you hope that they're not legit.
yeah, you hope that it's not a real Mustang
Yeah,
underneath.
make like a weird replica
Yeah.
for the wide cut.
Yeah, totally.
We don't need you smashing originals. There's only so few left.
Right. The other one that I'm thinking of that is a moment that's kind of this one again. I mentioned Twister. I'm going to keep going down that route.
Oh, yeah.
But the Jeep, there's a Jeep Comanche or
I love a Comanche.
Right.
The
One of those
two-
early trucks.
Just a 2-door.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's the first truck
Unlike
in the
a Jeep
movie.
Cherokee body. It's
Yeah,
it's amazing.
so cool.
Yeah.
But that's what Bill Paxton and Helen Hunt get trapped in, and they jump out and go under that bridge, and then it just gets trashed.
It lands like upside down.
Yeah. But I'm like, I remember watching that and being like, oh man, that thing was so cool.
and sometimes I'm like, you could eliminate some of these characters, the like real life people in this movie.
Yeah, we could. They can
Humans
go.
are expendable.
Yeah.
There's billions of those.
Yeah.
There's only so many Cherokees left. There's only so many Wagoneers.
Right, and we've seen these people in lots of movies.
Oh yeah.
I could go.
They're
without
gonna
another
come
one.
back. Bill Paxton will come back.
He'll come. Well, not anymore.
Is he dead?
Bill Paxton died.
What?
Yeah,
When?
like a while ago.
Oh.
I feel like he died in the last 10 years. Chad, if you guys know,
Yeah, hit us up, chat.
it is up.
I just watched a Bill Paxton movie over the weekend I'd never seen before, and it's really good.
Yeah? What
It's
movie?
called Frailty.
Frailty.
It's directed by Bill Paxton.
Oh, okay.
It's about we're way off track,
We're
and
super
people
off
want us to get to Mexican Grand Prix. Bill Paxton plays dad in the 70s, like who thinks he has an angel visit him and tell him he needs to kill demons, and the demons are just peoples.
Oh, okay.
And he has 2 little boys, and he's kidnapping people and killing them. And Matthew McConaughey plays the real life, like the modern day grown up version of the son who's trying to turn in people that like his dad.
Oh, okay.
And
Jeez,
it's crazy.
Yeah,
So if
yeah.
you're looking for like a good Halloween movie,
that is a crazy.
it's not like a gory like slasher movie. It's just like a suspenseful murder thriller.
Yeah.
With like a paranormal element because he thinks he sees an angel.
Interesting.
It's good. And
So-
I'd never heard of it before.
Sloan just chimed in. Thank you, Sloan, for this.
Yeah. What does he think about frailty?
So Bill Paxton died February 25th, 2017.
Oh.
So it's been almost 8 years.
Yeah, I was way out of the loop on
Yeah.
that one. I usually know when my actors are died.
It was a pretty, I remember it being a big deal because it was pretty
Okay.
unexpected.
Right.
But-
he also
But Carlos just said fast ones on the phone, Doyers on TV. So we've got a few of you guys
Yeah,
that are
that are-
balancing the show here. So we
That's good.
appreciate it.
was Bill Paxton the guy in True Lies? Like
Yes.
the fake?
Yeah, the one that
Secret
like, doesn't he
agent.
like pee himself?
Yeah,
Yes,
when Arnold
I thi-
Schwarzenegger's threatening him. Yeah. Okay, Bill Paxton. What a
Yeah.
career.
Right, yeah. So good.
Yeah, I'd go see Frailty. If
yeah,
you need like
that
a
sounds
fun
super
thriller,
interesting.
it's good.
Yeah.
It's good. Okay. We have a listener question.
Bill Paxton was also in Frequency, right?
He's in Frequency.
Oh,
That's
no.
Dennis Quaid.
Dennis Quaid, thank you.
Bill Paxton is in Aliens.
Aliens, Twister,
Yeah,
Frailty, as you've mentioned.
the biggest one.
Yeah,
And that's it.
that's it. That's all she wrote.
For being in so few movies, we
Yeah.
know a lot of them. He's made a very big impact.
Large impact.
Okay. This one comes from listener Ji Yoon.
Okay.
Thinks she is from out of the country.
Yeah. Yeah.
But she did say, do you think
Maybe.
Ferrari has actually changed this year because of Lewis's influence?
I think they're starting to.
She says, I kind of feel like they have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
What do you think?
Well, I will say that I think that that's a great question.
Yeah, it's a great question.
Thank you for sending that in, Ji-yoon.
Yeah.
I want to say that I'm gonna guess, is it a female? Do you know by chance?
Looks like
is
a
it a
female.
girl?
Looks
Okay.
like a female.
What my guess is that she is seeing something that I'm seeing, which is also that Charles Leclerc is talking more about leaving the team. Rumors are spreading that he might be willing to leave the team,
Really?
which is something that I feel like, again, hang pictures of Charles in the Vatican
Yeah.
forever,
I was
right?
like, why would you leave this team besides them sucking?
Right.
Like when when the countries of people are worshiping you
Right.
since the day you were born, apparently.
Right. Yeah. From The Boy Who Lived.
Yeah. What are you
right?
going to do?
So I think that there's a part of that's also in there, but I think that we're starting to see Lewis deliver a little more.
Yeah.
The car's starting to get, he's acclimated. Carlos Sainz is acclimating at Williams. Even though it's taken a lot of the year for these guys to really get their feet wet in the teams that they have moved to, I feel like we've started to see that progress. And with Lewis in particular, I think that he commands so much from his team that I think that that's where I'm maybe thinking that that's where she's right. Charles is used to being number one. Even when he came to the team and Sebastian Vettel was the number one driver,
It always felt like Charles was number one.
Charles kind of took the number one spot as soon as he got there.
Yeah.
And so I feel like it's shifted and the weight has gone to Lewis. And I think Charles is a little bit surprised because he's been there for so long. He thought Lewis might just come to the team and
Be this senior kind of like second seat. He's
helpful
going to
guy.
impart on us his old man wisdom.
Yeah, but we
and
know
then
Lewis-
the car's going to be fast for me.
but we know Lewis way too well for that.
Oh, yeah.
There's no way he was going to be like, oh, I'm just going to be here and be the sideshow to Charles.
No, this is Lewis's last chance to prove to everyone that he is the greatest driver of all time.
Right.
And he's not going to go down
And he wants to
as
be
the
the-
second driver.
Right. And he wants to be the driver that turned that team around.
Yeah.
Which is something that
You want to be the savior of Ferrari.
it's something that Charles has not been able to do.
No. And if you can be the savior of Ferrari, imagine what the Ferrari fans will think of you.
Yeah.
Because they think so much of Charles and he hasn't done anything for them.
Right.
And so it's everything to gain
lots
for
of
Lewis.
race wins,
Yeah.
but not a lot of things outside of that.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
We've got a couple of comments here that are interesting, but Sloan
I'm just
says,
going to plug in my phone. Give me 2 seconds.
go for it. Sloan says, if he leaves, they will poach Bearman. And I think you are 100% right for reasons that we will get around to. I don't want to get to it
We've been
prematurely.
terrified of that all year.
Right.
As soon as Ollie stepped onto the grid and started like racing like a madman.
Right.
I'm like, oh no, Ferrari's coming for this
Yeah,
guy.
they're already checking
Stay
him
with
out.
Haas.
Right. Which might be part of the reason why the rumors are spreading around Charles is that there might even be some appetite.
What if we got Charles?
I
At
don't
Haas.
think that's going to happen. Only because I think Charles would be a little bit nose in the air for that opportunity. But I think that, anyways, maybe there's a possibility that there is some rumor around being like, well, Lewis is going to carry the team now.
Yeah.
We now have an opportunity to like bring a rookie in like we brought in Charles and start to adapt and build the car around him for the new regulation. So there's an opportunity for Charles to go to a Mercedes, McLaren, wherever, and start to become, get acclimated at somewhere else, right?
Interesting.
So
You think 2026, Charles would be somewhere else?
not 26,
27?
but maybe beyond.
But Lewis is gone.
And maybe.
Maybe they have a killer year. And Lewis is like, okay, I'll stick around for one more year.
Right.
Man. Well, one thing we know about Lewis is he is very sexy.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
yeah.
Ferrari's been good to him there.
They're like, we're going to turn up the heat on that red hot Ferrari by shoehorning Lewis
But
into that spot.
speaking of Haas,
Yes.
real quick, I got a gift for the podcast.
Oh,
Do-do-do.
yes.
I got the
Hot Wheels.
the premium Hot Wheels
that one
Haas
is dope.
F1 car.
That looks amazing.
It is really rad. And it has the number 27 on it, which is
Hulkenberg.
it is Hulkenberg.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I dig that.
Yeah.
That does say 24 in the corner.
Yeah, so it's either Kevin Magnussen or Hulkenberg.
Yeah.
But yeah, really rad.
That thing is awesome.
I don't know, keep it in the case or free it. I don't know, but it'll be here for a little bit.
I'm
So,
like,
yeah.
we could put it up by that
Mike was
Lego
like,
up there.
what kind of things should we put on the desk today? And I was like, just the Haas, because I have another Haas coming.
we were going to double up on it.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, the Hot Wheels, what are you guys thinking with this packaging?
How do you display that?
Yeah, this is stupid. Come on, guys. Get with the program. You act like you've been doing this for 100 years or
Jeez
something.
Louise. Can we back it up like this?
Oh, yes.
Decent? That's decent.
Yeah, that'll work. It's
That's not in focus.
Super D's, bro.
But yeah, I have a few of those, but I specially ordered that one. That's how big of a Haas fan I am.
You are.
And
the hat and everything.
I got it this weekend, and do you know what happened? Friggin' P4 from Ollie Bearman. The Haas hat, the Haas car. Things are looking up for the old Haas boys.
Oh, man. I was nail biting.
Oh my gosh.
I went through an entire bag of sunflower seeds during that race. Because I was
Just
just
going
like,
nuts.
as soon as like the Lewis thing was in question, I texted Max and I was like, if Lewis gets a 10-second penalty, that puts Bearman in P3.
Oh gosh, yes.
And I
Yeah.
was just sitting there. I was so anxious. It was crazy.
I didn't even realize Bearman jumped up that far until like lap 3 or 4.
Yeah.
It was after all the kerfuffle of the first couple of laps.
Yeah.
And then we settled into the race. And I was like, oh wait, how did Bearman get up there?
Yeah. Like,
The coverage is all over the place right now that things are just slipping by.
well, it's like, it wasn't until probably lap 3 or 4 is when they actually put the timing up and you're like, Ollie Bearman P4?
I'm like, go boy.
Like, what happened?
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
It was kind of a shocker.
Yeah.
But a great shocker.
And then we started getting George radios, which really painted the
Oh,
rest of the
gosh.
picture that we were missing.
Yes. So great. So great.
So ridiculous.
So we do have a lot to talk about.
We have a lot.
So the Mexican Grand Prix.
Yes.
We have George Russell, the George Russell radio show, which was great.
Yeah.
And we have the VSC.
Yep.
That happened. We have I just have this thing that says turn 1.
Turn 1.
That's probably one of the things to talk about.
Probably one of the first things to talk about.
Haas P4, which
Yes.
is incredible. And then I have a note here that says Lando Schmando
Yeah, which is just a general note.
at the end of every episode. We have a new segment called Lando Schmando.
Landorghini, Schmandorghini.
Please, Lamborghini, if you're in the chat, join
Join us.
in. I almost messaged him just to
Yeah.
be like, hey, please join. We're not going to come down on you very hard anymore.
Right.
But after Lando won the race and pulled ahead in the championship, I would have loved to have heard from Lamborghini.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like he wants
This
to
seems
gloat.
like the week he should
Time
be
to gloat.
present. Yeah, time to appear to be not smug, as Jeremy Clarkson says.
Okay, turn 1 of the race.
Yeah.
Like 4 wide into that first turn.
That was the most hectic
Oh.
turn 1 I've ever seen.
Do you want to talk about qualifying first?
Yeah, let's go ahead
Okay,
and
talk about qualifying. I know you were suspicious. I feel like every conspiracy theorist in the world is losing their minds with F1 right now.
I feel like we all have removed our tinfoil hats just because it's like, it's not a conspiracy.
No, it feels blatantly out in the open that McLaren is sabotaging Oscar.
It's the only possible outcome.
Okay, but that's what I thought.
Right.
Because what was it? It was like Lando gets pole position and Oscar is P7.
Yeah.
How far behind him was he? Like a half second, a second?
Yeah, half a second.
Crazy.
And
Crazy
even,
difference.
And here's the thing, too. I think it was Karun who was in the booth with Crofty this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
But even Karun was like, half a second is an enormous gap between teammates.
Oh, yeah. Especially when Oscar has been qualifying so well all year.
Ahead of Lando.
Yeah. And then to drop that far.
Yeah, this kid isn't forgetting how to drive. So what do we think is happening?
But so here's the question. Where did Oscar qualify in Mexico last year?
That's a great question, chat.
I want to say that like maybe this isn't his race. And last year he probably had a bad qualifying as well.
Yeah.
And so if this just isn't his track, then maybe
I don't remember it being a bad one.
okay. I just want to know. But it's hard to defend against the claims that McLaren isn't sabotaging Oscar.
Right. You tell us how his pace went from being unstoppable to now he can't compete with the best driver.
Yeah.
Bing, 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 bing.
Yeah. Especially after races where they like made Oscar like step aside for Lando and then didn't let Oscar get ahead of Lando on other races.
Right.
It's just very blatant. All the evidence is on the table. So it's hard to not look at Lando and be like, oh, you got the pole position?
Right.
Wonder how.
Right.
Wow. Oscar qualified 7th.
Yeah.
Wow, well, he had a bad day.
He had a really bad day.
That's strange. That's
Right.
very strange.
I mean, it's okay. Sam's coming in here. Oh, okay. Sloan says that he qualified 17th in 2024. So maybe this is a rough track for Oscar.
Maybe. I just want to present that out there.
I will
that, like,
digress further if his performance in Coda was bad last year, but I don't remember that. And this year, he was really off the pace in Coda as well. This is 2 weeks in a row that we've seen some subpar qualifying efforts, right?
Right.
So I agree with
see.
you in that sense, but maybe Sloan is pointing it out here. Sam is saying athletes can't perform 100% all the time. That's insane. That's
insane.
True to some extent. And yes, the altitude is crazy in Mexico. Also, Kyle Marlin, I just want you to know that energy will not be accepted here. Clayton Kershaw coming into the game in the 9th inning is the best thing that's ever happened to Dodger Stadium. It's his final season. Don't put that energy into the universe. We're in extra innings, people.
No, me and all the rest of the Formula One fans have no idea what you're
The
talking
craziest part is there's a lot of chat about the Dodgers going on right now, which is hilarious. So thank you guys for humoring me.
Oh, good. Keep Mike up to date.
Yeah.
If you're cool with the spoilers, if you're cool with the
Kyle's like, go Jays! Get out of here.
I've been wondering how long it's going to take you to realize that we have a group chat with me and Mike and Kevin.
Yes.
And I also text Kevin and Mike separately.
Yeah.
And in my text to you, I'm always like, go Dodgers.
Yeah.
And to Kevin, I'm like, go Blue Jays. And Kevin's like, that's the one. And Mike, you're like, you're the best. I'm like, I have no skin in either of these. If anything, I would root for the Dodgers.
Yeah.
But I just wondered how long that could go for.
Like, look, what's within 12 hours of car
I just don't know when the
distance?
next time we three would be in the same room.
Yeah.
And then you both would turn to me and be like, wait, I thought you
Come
like,
on, Max.
I thought you were saying go
Who
Blue
said
Jays.
you actually on?
I did have a girl I dated who was from Toronto who bought me a Blue Jays hat. And then I broke up with her. She wasn't as cool as I thought she
And
was.
then we used it in a solo stove.
And then Drake started making music.
Yeah.
And I was like, might have to root for LA. Yeah.
Go Mariners, Sam.
Yeah. That's the game. I saw a Mariners game this year.
Yeah. Oh,
So-
did you go to one?
Oh, was it last year?
yeah.
Sam, was it last year or this year? I think it was this year. It was
Yeah.
last year. Mariners.
Mariners.
Yeah, for sure.
Mariners.
Okay, what were we talking about?
I don't know.
Lando getting preferential treatment.
Yes.
Our conspiracy theory tinfoil hats are off.
It just
But
seems
also,
that
Oscar
way.
qualified bad last year in Mexico, so
Yeah.
maybe it's still competitive, but the evidence is blatant.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
It just seems. Yeah, there we go. Ryan Hung saying Dodgers going back to back.
Yeah.
It's going crazy in here, but yes.
Okay, moving on to the race.
Moving out of the race.
We got to keep moving, or else we're going to get bogged down
we're gonna
with the
keep talking
Dodgers.
about Dodgers.
So turn one of the race, everyone full sent it into that first corner and went like 4 cars wide.
4 cars wide into the first corner.
Yeah.
And like, look, the slipstream going into turn 1 is the craziest it is all year.
Just on that track specifically?
Yes, because it's the longest run. So when you are the 2 starting front row cars, you're sitting ducks because you're giving a tow to the cars behind and they're going to have an advantage going into turn 1.
Gotcha.
So you have to have a strong defense. You have to have a good start and a strong defense to hold the lead.
That's why Max had such a good launch.
Right. And if you remember in 24, Sergio Perez made contact with Leclerc, I think.
Okay.
And it he full sent it.
That's right. Yeah.
And just boonk, went flying and whatever. So it's so anyways, this is notorious for this. Sochi in Russia used to be the worst because it was even longer than Mexico City's turn 1 run.
Okay.
But Mexico is now the strongest effect for the cars that are behind. So, Lando
He's here?
He's here.
Yay!
Oh,
We were calling you out. We were hoping you would join us.
Yeah, I'm glad you're
And
here,
I promised,
Lando.
we're not gonna bash you.
No, not you in particular.
I just wanted you to be here so you could gloat for Lando.
Yeah, go ahead and glow, buddy.
Yeah.
Have your moment in the hot sun. Enjoy it.
But he's definitely going to chime in with his opinions on Lando winning.
Right.
So yeah, I'm curious about what Lamborghini has to say. But Max, so tell me, Max sent it into that corner and then went crazy into the grass.
Right. And so did Lewis.
So
Oh, well, Lewis, I guess, was a little later. Right.
Way later.
Yeah, yeah.
But Lewis got the penalty.
Right.
Yeah.
Which we'll get into.
We'll get into.
Okay. But yeah, Max sent it on the outside, went across the curb, which is the curbs are serrated.
Yes, I've noticed that.
Right. And so with him trying to apply the brakes on a serrated curb, that wheel was just like lock. Like there was no way. It had no grip at all.
Yeah.
And so he goes flying into the grass. And in the cool down room, they watched that replay. And it was funny to hear Charles and Max watching it because they're both like, oh, because on the onboard you could see how much he scooted towards the wall.
Oh, he got close.
It was pretty
and he's going
close.
fast on the grass towards the wall, and he barely pulls it out of the way.
So
impressive. It was crazy.
Yeah. Like, but my dad and I were texting, and he was like, Max is the only guy that survives that. Like everyone else would have taken the front suspension off.
Yes,
right?
yeah.
Max somehow is just like over there, like, oh, it's just a Sunday drive through the lawn.
Crazy.
You know?
Yeah.
Somehow managed to do that. So wild.
Wild.
And then from there, Lewis goes off a few corners later, like turn 3, to avoid an accident. And then he cuts across.
That was like a few laps later.
Was it a few laps later?
Yeah, I think it was like even like lap 10 to 15.
Yeah.
But yeah, he locked up and then just like avoided the thing and then went off.
Right.
But he didn't follow the escape route.
Right. Which
I
then they
think
said was fine.
They said that was fine?
They said that was fine.
Okay, so then this is good because I don't know why he got a penalty then.
It still doesn't make sense. But they said that he didn't use the escape road, which was okay.
He didn't use the proper protective measures.
Which he rejoins the racing surface, and what the penalty was for is that he gained a lasting advantage by cutting the corner.
But they didn't tell him to just like give up the position?
No, because you have to make that decision as a team to give up the position or to slow down, and before the stewards give you a penalty. If you are taking advantage of a situation where you went across the track, blah, 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 then they'll give you a 10-second penalty. Similar to like if you hit wheels with somebody and you don't give the position back,
Yeah.
then they give you a 5-second penalty.
Oh, I guess I never put those
Right.
together. I always felt like the teams were always like, give the position back. And then they like argue with the teams and stuff and they give the position back. And I always felt like that was the rule coming down from the stewards or whatever.
Right.
Okay.
So
Gotcha. So they
that's-
get like a little warning period to be like, no, you got ahead and you weren't supposed to. Give the position back before we penalize you.
right.
Gotcha.
And George went off about being like, and here's the thing that's funny about this. George's whining and everything is like catastrophically embarrassing. All of his whining over the radio is ridiculous, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
But I have to agree with him on the lack of penalties for driving off the track with the first turn nonsense.
Yeah.
That he went like, oh, I kept it on track. I did everything I was supposed to. Looks like I'm P3.
Yeah.
And then Max and Charles or whoever else went off in that turn suddenly rejoin and they're ahead of him. And he's like, wait, I'm P6 again. And we can just do that? Since when can we just run off the track and I did this by the rules and somehow all these guys are still ahead of me?
You're sounding like a hall monitor.
Well, but rules are rules for a reason, right?
Yeah.
In the sense of being able to say like, look, I expected those rules to be upheld.
Yeah.
And just because they decided to kamikaze like 4 wide across this thing, that shouldn't be my response, or this shouldn't be like against me and I lose all these positions.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It's the only thing I agree with him on. Everything else was whining.
Yeah. Even when he was whining about them going off onto the grass, it was annoying.
It was way too much.
It was just like, Max went off the grass. And it was like, yeah, we all saw it.
We saw it. Did you guys see that?
Did you guys? I think he does say that.
Have you
Did you see that?
on the television? On the tube.
Max went off the grass. I don't know if you all saw that.
Yeah.
Penalize him. I was like, okay, we all saw it. Don't worry. Just drive, George. Just
We
drive.
saw it.
We're on your team too.
Right.
And I know that they're in the moment and they're heated and they're like full of adrenaline and they're almost losing their life.
Right.
But also like, can't they just remember that like the people on the pit wall are fighting for them too?
Red flag.
They're fighting for you too.
No, it's just George. It's just George.
Am I the only one on this team that wants to win the race?
Am I the only one that sees the potential and possible
Oh my
Why
gosh.
isn't it that anyone else sees it?
He,
We're getting off on this tangent already
but
without even
when he
getting through
was
turn
like,
one.
do you want me to let him pass?
Yeah.
I'll let him pass.
I have a McLaren up my cornhole at the moment. How would you like me to handle that?
He was so mad.
He was
literally was just
freaking
like,
out.
yeah, I'll let him pass if you want.
Yes.
Like being snarky to the team.
Yeah.
They're like, no, we don't want you to let Oscar pass.
Right.
Can you shut up?
Yeah.
Oh, it was wild.
Yeah.
He was going off.
Well, and at one point he said some things about Kimmy that they didn't televise.
Oh, what did he say about Gimme?
He was being like, "Would you gonna look at this effing kid? Who does he think he is? I haven't
Really?
seen such terrible driving
Are you
since
serious?
go-karting days."
Are you
That's literally
serious?
what he was saying.
No way.
Yeah, he started going off on Kimmy, and I was like, I already hated you, but now I'm like, literally, I can't handle you.
Oh gosh. That makes my theory all the more sound.
Yeah.
That the only reason George was mouthing off, especially this weekend, was because Toto Wolff wasn't there.
Right.
Yeah. They said like halfway through the race, they're like, oh,
The
Toto
teacher's
Wolff.
pet isn't in the room.
It's like the guy he's scared of
the
isn't
teacher.
there.
Yeah, totally.
And so he's just like mouthing off to everyone.
Yeah. If the principal's not here to protect you,
I'm in charge.
then I am the one who's in charge of the team.
If Michael Scott is not here, then the assistant to the team manager is the
He is
one
Dwight
in charge.
Schrute. He is Dwight Schrute,
He's
but
the
British.
British Dwight Schrute.
Yeah,
who was that guy in the British office? The one that ripped off the American office.
Yeah.
Hosh chap, tell us who it is. Where's the Hosh chap when you need him?
It's-
No, for real. It's like Toto isn't here, so I am in charge, obviously.
Right. Clearly.
I think that's how he sees it. It's like Toto and then him.
Right.
Because like Toto's the one like saying yes or no to all the contracts and stuff. So it's obviously there's the power there. But everyone
Right.
else is subordinate to George Russell. And that's how everyone else is in his life. From like his like cooking staff to like his like, PR staff,
To his mother.
to his mother,
to his sister.
to his dressage team,
his
and to his
dressage.
horses,
And to many people.
to many people.
In the paddock.
I can't believe he was like trashing on Kimmy.
Yeah, that's where I was like,
You remember how George finally got around Kimmy?
Yeah.
And then he couldn't do any better.
and then he didn't do anything with it. Then he was like, "And you would have let me through
could also-
5 laps sooner."
And that happened. Like, yeah. So George was complaining, like, let me pass Kimmy. I have the pace. Let me pass Kimmy. I have the pace. Screaming and whining. Finally got around Kimmy and then didn't progress and didn't like create any sense of gap.
Yeah.
But we've talked about that kind of thing in the past. And I don't remember which team. You might be able to recall it better. But there have been teams before where the person, what?
The chat is going off right now, and it's so good. It's so good. If our listeners are watching this not live, please keep the live chat up as you replay it because it is killing me. So, anyways, continue.
But having the moments where drivers want to pass because they think they have the pace.
Yeah.
Takes them a couple laps to make the order, and then their tires are worn out and they can't drive.
Right.
Is that just what happened with George?
Yeah, he pretty much burned up all that he had
Yeah.
in dirty air, and it's Will Smith hit by a pitch, Muncie up. Yeah, Carlos, let's go. Thank you. But if you're following in the wake of a car too close, high elevation, low downforce, it means you're just kind of really burning up the rubber, right? So like, this is not an ideal situation, especially at this track.
Yeah.
And that was part of what his race engineer was coming over the radio and yelling at George for, like, hey, we need to get out of the dirty air. You need to break the toe a little. The brakes need to cool. Like, you're
Yeah.
overheating everything. And George is like, well, let me through, because clearly...
And at that point, I was texting you. I was like, well, if you got the pace, George, pass him.
Yeah, just make
if
it
he's
happen.
driving like a kid in a go-kart, pass him.
Yeah.
If that's the problem.
Right.
Can you not pass him?
I saw a bunch of people do a lot of really quality overtakes.
Yeah.
This is the thing that we've talked about.
Yeah, you're...
George Russell and overtaking is not a thing. George Russell getting positions by pit stop or matter of circumstance where someone crashes ahead of him, that's when he does it. It's either pole to flag, and that's how he wins a race,
Or opportunity.
catastrophe happens in front of him. And so, anyways, I would be complaining too if I had a terrible time passing people.
Yeah.
Hand me the position.
And if your boss isn't there,
Yeah.
then like...
Yeah, you should see me at the office when my boss isn't there.
Yeah. And when
I
you
run that place.
And when you are the most entitled person in the world,
Totally.
then that's what you do. That's what you do at a race.
Absolutely.
Man, he was the most entitled, mean, sarcastic, and whiny person I've ever heard in my life on a radio.
It was so over the top.
I can't imagine, and I'd see, like, I'm not a big Lewis fan.
Yeah.
I can't imagine Lewis doing that.
No.
Yeah. He kind of been snippy with his Ferrari mechanics this year, but because they've been like the worst to him.
Well, and they'll do something stupid like talk to him under braking or whatever, and he's like, "Not now,
Not now.
right?"
I'm just furious. Like, not now.
It's never about like,
Or he's
Charles
like,
is an idiot and I hate him and I can't understand.
No.
Like, you're a go-kart guy. What
oh yeah, it's like Lando's on my butt. Do
Yeah.
you want me to let him pass?
yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Hey, get Fred on the phone. Do you want me to let Lando pass, Fred?
yeah. Do you want me to mop the floors when I'm done here?
Yeah.
Do you want me to change the toilet paper in the
Yeah.
bathroom?
Yeah.
Like, am I supposed to do everything?
Yeah.
This is almost the ridiculous attitude.
That's the
and
level
tone.
it's getting to with George.
Yeah, it is. For real.
He went Super Saiyan entitled today.
Yeah.
Or it was the next level.
It was the pinnacle of George Motorsport.
Yes.
We
Which
really
is-
reached the
yeah.
top this time.
It was crazy.
So,
Brought a lot of entertainment during the race.
totally.
Without a crash, that's the next best thing we can hope for. It's just completely George radio the whole time.
Right.
Can we just have a broadcast that's just George radio the whole time?
You could do that.
Yeah.
An Apple TV next year. Another thing that
That's
we
what
need to talk about. We do need to
Last
talk about
episode.
it. Yes, but let's keep going.
Yeah.
And then we'll get to Apple
Because
TV.
I have a bone to pick.
We've got the +1 channel
I got
for
the
the
bone
WAGs.
to pick.
We've got some Apple TV suggestions. We've got a list. WAGs channel, which is called +1. George Russell channel. Now let's keep talking. We'll get around to the rest of the Apple
Okay,
TV
I'm going to make a
discussion.
note on I will pay for the WAGs channel. I will pay double the subscription. If I get to pick which girlfriend it's showing. Or which boyfriend. Or dad.
Or yes.
Or team principal.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which might be the same.
Which might all be the same. Okay.
Going to the 11th inning, just to keep you updated
Yeah.
on the updates that are being handed down. Just want to make sure that's
The 11th inning.
yes.
Is it the 11th inning?
Yeah, they're still tied.
Oh,
going into the 11th
goodness. Okay. All right. So George Russell.
Come on, Dodgers,
was having a
wrap it
hissy
up.
fit.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Next on my list.
Yes.
Do you want to go through the next or
so
just like go with the order
real
of the race?
quick, I want to talk about the penalties because we didn't really get to this.
Yeah.
There's one penalty thing that I do want to discuss.
Uh-huh.
Because of the VSC thing later that we will get to, I was kind of curious. I'm like, man, this feels like a really biased steward thing. Was there like more British stewards or like what was taking place? But Lewis got a penalty and Max didn't for this off-track adventure. So I did some digging.
Okay, good.
And I did some digging on the race director, the deputy race director, and the stewards.
You did some investigative journalism.
I
Let's
went
do it.
into the
What'd you
system.
learn? What'd you learn?
I investigated the federationals
Nancy Drew over
of
here.
the nationals
Woodward and Clark.
of an international associations.
Let's go.
They were predominantly Dutch, which would maybe make sense as to why Max didn't get a penalty.
Are you serious?
Yeah,
There's actually something here.
there is a Dutch person in the stewards, and
No
there is
way.
a Dutch female that is the deputy race director.
No way.
So just to say that there were two Dutch people with in the makeup of the stewards this weekend.
Interesting. Very interesting.
There was also an Australian, which is something that I found kind of interesting.
Yep. They don't really like the British.
And I learned something new because we discussed this a few weeks back, and this did change this year, and I missed it. So my apologies. They do not alternate race directors anymore.
Okay, we did talk about that last time. So
Yes,
it's not. They're not.
that was
alternating.
last year.
Okay.
This year they appointed a sole race director.
Okay. Who is it?
And his name is escaping me, but he is
Flavio
Portuguese.
Briat. Okay. Yeah.
If it was Flav, Alpine might be doing a little better.
We disqualified everyone from P1 to P16, and our team won.
All their cars were found
All
to
we had
be
to do was get rid
faster
of
than
18
ours.
drivers.
They were a clear breach of all the regulations.
Everyone gets a minute penalty except for Pierre and whatever the other guy's name is. Colapinto. He's driving
Look
right.
at this, you Lamborghini. We'll get around to you and you're trash talking. This guy, this freaking guy.
We actually are so stoked you're here.
I'm glad you're here. Except for we're gonna go Porto here in a minute. All right, pal. You take it easy. All right. So, but anyways, the thing that I thought was interesting was that, with a little bit of like nationality favoritism potentially at play.
Potentially.
Max didn't get a penalty. Lewis did.
It's weird.
Which felt like Lewis's penalty felt really harsh. 10 seconds really destroyed his race.
it's normal drivers are now getting the penalties that Kevin Magnussen has got and that Haas gets.
This
It's
is
like,
true.
oh, Ferrari's now getting penalties? Like,
Yeah.
that's the rules.
Everyone's susceptible.
Welcome to the rules.
Susceptible. Yes.
Welcome to the rules.
Yeah. Welcome to the FIA.
Yeah.
In Formula One.
Haas has been dealing with it since day one.
Yeah. Meatball flags. We got them.
McLaren's going to be next.
Yeah, totally.
They're going to have to do some penalties next. Okay.
But with that 10-second penalty, truth be told, Lewis could have finished second. Charles would have then finished third, right? Because he was the one that was fighting in that position. He was on for the first Ferrari podium that he was going to have this season.
Yeah.
Which is a big deal. And so just a little disappointing for him.
Yeah, big letdown
obviously.
for Lewis.
And then again, just to kind of see that like Max didn't get a penalty and then he did, was kind of a little bit of a bummer. Okay, moving on from that stewards chat.
Okay.
I feel like the next part of this that we have to talk about would maybe be the VSC, or what do you think?
Oh, real quick, the British bias just in the
was
broadcast.
just disgusting this weekend.
And the part that like I think stood out for me, I mean, I love Crofty. And the part that stood out for me, and I don't know what the context was that they were talking,
Right.
but they might have mentioned maybe, there might be a safety car or crash, and Crofty was like, oh, I would hate a crash or a safety car right now, and it would ruin an utterly beautiful race otherwise. And I was
Right.
like, oh, really? No one has ever hoped for just a normal race without any safety cars or anything.
Right.
It's only because your boy Lando's leading the race.
That was like probably the clearest moment of being like, oh, that would be just such a spoiler.
Wouldn't it be the worst if we had a safety car right now?
No one would dare hope for
I think he
such a
said
thing.
something like, no one wants that. And it's like, no, everyone in the world wants a safety car right now.
If there's a 5-second lead for Verstappen, you're like, a safety car would be brilliant right now. It would be brilliant.
For real.
Yeah.
Lando had like a 20-second lead.
Yeah.
Even if you're...
No one wants a safety car now. That would be tragic.
I think we could all agree unanimously this has been a lovely race. But if we all want the cars to be bunched up. We want more parity and overtaking and chasing down. And it's not going to happen if there's not a safety car.
Yeah,
And so,
absolutely.
the Crofty doing that was just like...
It just felt a little over the top.
A little too much.
Well, I texted you because I was like, I couldn't handle it anymore. It was just like, it was because like, and look, the VSC set it up for the finish,
yeah.
which this British bias is like, this is where it got just ridiculous. I felt like, and it was like, pop the champagne, roast some beef, give me some mashed potatoes and play God Save the King. The British are back in control and back on top of the Formula One
Really,
championship.
they have been bubbling to get to
like,
this point.
Oh my gosh, are you guys
Yeah.
okay?
Yeah.
Like, are you okay?
No,
Have
they're
you been
not.
okay that a convict has led the championship
No,
for most of
those-
the season?
Yeah, the Palmy.
Yeah.
He's been mad that this Oscar kid has been taking the championship away from this British boy, Lando.
He doesn't deserve it.
No, Mother England needs the trophy.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So, okay. Lamborghini's a safety car was not needed. That's not even what we're saying.
No.
We're not even saying that a safety car was necessary.
It just would have made for an exciting race. I'll say that about any race that doesn't have a crash.
Yeah.
I need a freaking crash every race.
Right.
That is the best.
No, especially if like it's been, I feel like a couple of years since we've done a standing restart. But
those
those
were the
are
best.
the freaking best.
Every time I meet someone that hasn't watched F1 and they know I do,
Yeah.
they're like, should I watch it? And I was like, okay, like I always worry about just saying, oh, go watch the next race.
Yeah.
Because it could be a boring race.
It could be a terrible race.
And if you
right.
don't like every aspect of it, you're not going to understand the nuance. You're not going to like it. So I'm like,
Totally.
well, watch Drive to Survive. Go maybe watch the F1 movie and then watch a race. And then every time they watch a race, I'm praying
Yeah,
that there's
you're
a
like-
crash.
You're like, be interesting.
So it'll be
Please
interesting for them and they'll
Right.
be hooked.
Right.
But yeah, it's not as much fun if there's not a crash.
Right. And again, like to Lamborghini, since you're, we'll just say this is like, this isn't a knock on Lando. This is the British bias over the television. That's
Yeah.
just like, we cannot be happier
Yeah.
as a nation
Yeah.
to see our flag fly at the top of the podium. It's just like, chill out. My gosh, there's like 8 of you on the track. It's not
Yeah.
even that special when there's that many of you.
Yeah.
But with that said,
We are watching a British broadcast, though.
We
It is
are.
Sky Sports that we're watching.
Yes.
So
And
you gotta be okay with that. But it's the only one, really. So
I do genuinely love this group as well. They're very entertaining and
Yeah.
great to listen to. So look, I think that.
but like,
go ahead.
Side note: at the end, when Lando's getting booed by the crowd,
Yes. Okay.
do you want to talk about that?
Let's get to the VSC first.
Okay, VSC.
And then we'll get to the boo.
So, in case you didn't watch the race,
Yes.
at the end of the race, last 10 to 15 laps or so,
I think it was like 3 or 4 laps to go.
like Max is chasing.
Oh, okay. 10 to 15 laps. Okay. Yeah,
Max
yeah,
is chasing down Charles Leclerc.
Yes.
And at the same time, Oscar is chasing down Ollie Bearman.
Right.
And they're both getting heated and close. And they're both substantial moments in the
Right.
championship.
Right.
And then, because they didn't show it, because the broadcast is insane right now, they
No
just,
wives or girlfriends, but also no action.
also no action. So we got nothing.
What cutaway did they have? It was like Albon like locking up and going off track, like when there was a pass happening. It was like, who? What?
Yeah.
Why?
But like they're just like, oh, there's a virtual safety car. Carlos Sainz is off the track in the stadium portion, and they still did not show it.
Right.
But yeah, that's setting that up for the virtual safety car.
Right.
And it just slowed everyone down. So under a virtual safety car,
It's
you pretty much just
40%
try
speed.
and retain the same position,
Right.
and the same gaps between drivers.
Correct.
When a full safety car would squeeze up that gap,
Right.
but retain the order.
Right.
Yeah.
And just so everyone's aware, the VSC was invented
okay.
because of Jules Bianchi's crash in Suzuka in the rain.
Okay.
He hit a wet patch of oil and his car went off the track out of his control and he collided with a wrecker that was removing an F1 car. And it was a tragic accident. But the conditions were in a situation where they needed to reduce the speed of the cars and make it safer for something to be on the track while the cars are still circling, right?
Yeah. But that's what the safety car's for.
Right. But just to say that the VSC had a very specific purpose for what it was invented for. And it was a safety thing for like other cars and drivers to be able to avoid contact with something that could be harmful to them. That's not an unexpected piece of the track, right? That actually happened this race. So quickly going backwards, Liam Lawson was driving around the track when two
gosh.
marshals jaywalked in the middle of the race.
Ran across the track. And you can see it's close.
It is very close.
And for someone, I don't know why they're running across the track, but for someone to run across the road and try and judge a 100-mile-an-hour F1 car, 200-mile-an-hour F1 car,
Yeah,
you
good
don't know
luck.
how fast things coming at you.
You have no idea.
Yeah.
It's next to impossible. And so this situation and at that moment, the VSC would have been something to be like, oh gosh, why are there two marshals on the track? Let's slow everyone down to 40% speed for a second and then release.
Yeah.
That's a situation where the VSC is justified. Otherwise, this is straight abuse at this stage. They're using it as a way to be like, race neutralized. We need everyone to just stay in your positions and your gaps for a second.
And it was like in the last 3 or 4 laps, like 2 to 3 laps, when these passes would have been being made if they had the overtake chance.
and their championship deciding moments at this stage. There are 4 races left on the calendar.
Yeah.
Every position and point matters. And you're going to tell me that with 3 or 4 laps to go, you're going to throw a VSC for a car that's behind the wall?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. It's insane.
Ridiculous.
And you say it doesn't matter, but like if Oscar had passed Ollie, then he would be leading the championship still by 1 point.
by 1 point, but he would be championship
But now there is
leader.
a different leader. So like these are very important points.
Very critical
Yeah.
decisions or point deciding moments.
There also isn't. Can't they just also yellow flag one sector or like one little section?
Right.
Just do that if it's that scary.
Right.
And let them race the other parts of the track if it's that crucial.
Right.
It was very annoying. And then to have to finish the race with like 1 lap left, like nothing's going to happen.
Right.
Yeah.
So there are a lot of instances where this makes sense to have a VSC, but I think that it has to be a situation where, again, I just think that we're not using it correctly.
Yeah.
Right now, it just seems like the VSC is being used for any old little whatever instance they feel like, as opposed to being like, oh, it's bad conditions. Pierre Gasly at Suzuka, he's going to come around a corner blazing fast, and there's a wrecker that's removing a piece of track that Carlos Sainz ran into, and he doesn't see it until the last second because it's pouring. He screamed over the radio. He was so mad.
Yeah.
And that moment right there, VSC makes sense. But this one doesn't make any sense at all.
Yeah.
So
kind of crazy.
It's crazy how much controversy just that one decision. And again, part of the reason why I wanted to go looking at the stewards, the race director, and all of that was to see, was there some bias against Max, against Oscar in the championship, to be like, we want to prevent these two from getting any more points on Lando.
But it doesn't make sense if they're Dutch and Australian.
It seems as though I'm going to be a little bit outdone by my own conspiracy on that one.
But Max
however, I think Max didn't get a penalty. And Lewis getting a penalty. Maybe I'm right on that. So anyways, all of that full circle.
Yeah.
We can keep moving on from there. So now we can talk about Lando getting booed in the stadium section and post-race interviews.
Heck yeah. That was wild.
Crazy.
But we're going back to the British bias.
Right.
Crofty was kind of like, what? Why would you boo Lando?
What?
Why would you boo a Lando?
Right.
And it's like, I don't hate Lando.
No.
Let's just get this. I don't hate Lando.
I
think he's kind of
one fan in particular might push me over the edge.
He might push us into hatred.
I've never been there, but man, I'm getting close.
I just think Lando has always just felt not a championship driver.
Right.
And like everything's kind of been given to him, especially this season. But to have completely unaware of why people would boo Lando is just so funny to me.
Right.
Like this British guy's like, doesn't everyone love the British?
Right.
Doesn't everyone love McLaren?
Right.
And isn't Lando just the best of everything? Like, we should be happy Oscar's not winning the championship. No one likes Oscar. And it's like, no, there's a lot of people that are not into the whole Lando fan club, especially now after Zach Brown has been so in love with Lando.
And so adamant about him succeeding.
Yeah.
Right. And again, it's like, I think that, again, I would say that there's a little bit going against us in the theory of saying that at least Oscar had a bad weekend this weekend, and he doesn't have the strongest record of racing well here in Mexico. But again, Coda was the one that kind of felt like the one where I'm a little bit not convinced that wasn't a little bit of some gamesmanship.
Gotcha.
Now, here's the thing, though. Right now, there just seems to be, it's not a swing in momentum. It seems like a sudden disappearance of Oscar Piastri's pace. The entire Formula One fandom is making memes about Lando Norris's car showing this year's Formula One car and Oscar Piastri having a tractor with the same paint scheme.
Yeah.
I'm not the one making these.
And that's, no. That's what we've talked about on the previous episodes of this fact that, like, even if Lando starts winning fairly, we have this weird dark cloud asterisk over everything. Nothing makes sense after how they've treated Oscar all year.
They've done this to themselves.
Yeah, we're stuck in this.
The tinfoil hat has been put on our heads. It wasn't us that put it there.
They branded these tinfoil hats McLaren and sold them on the website.
Right.
We all bought them.
We all bought them. We have them.
And now they're wondering why we're booing Lando?
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, but the crazy part is that, like, Lamborghini, you have to acknowledge that the entire world sees this as a bias shift. They got the Constructors' Championship and his pace is gone. When? Since when does the guy who's led the championship all year fall off after the team gets what they want? And now they're suddenly pushing for what they want.
Yeah. And
Which is Lando winning. That's the point.
And do you remember that championship celebration?
Yeah.
Oscar wasn't there.
Who wasn't present? And who
wild.
was? Right?
It's so wild.
It is just the weirdest
And
bias.
And I'm just, obviously, I'm a Haas fan. I am of this nature that I love to root for the underdog. And I want the guy who, like, is fighting the hardest to win.
Right.
So that's why I love the Oscar story.
The story arc for Oscar at this point has only made it so we're more passionately supporting his cause to beat the guy that they clearly want to win.
Yeah.
And again, it's like, man, this weekend, I felt like everything was against him. The odds were absolutely stacked against him. And Oscar almost finished fourth after a late race resurgence, man. He made those tires cook, and he was after people. And Ollie Bearman, I'm so glad he finished P4.
Yeah, wild.
But I also was sitting there going like, if Oscar gets P4, it kind of deserves it.
Yeah.
He's really worked hard for this. But I was really pleased to see Ollie finish fourth.
I wish in another world that McLaren had kind of like stayed away from this whole papaya rules fiasco.
Right.
Because it would change the way I see Lando Norris. And I could be more excited for like a first time world champion potential rising up.
Right.
But it just kind of takes away from everything. It's like the whole Zach Brown thing, the whole team seeming to be behind Lando and like just pooping all over Oscar.
Right.
And then the whole like media and Crofty spilling their guts out for Lando and loving it.
Right.
It's just like, it's too much. Like I can't jump on a bandwagon that much.
Right.
I want the underdog and I want the bad boy to like overcome odds.
And again, I think that it's even less to the point of being like, look, we get it. Lando is beating everyone.
Yeah.
It's not just his teammate.
Yeah.
But he also does have the best car. So we want to acknowledge that McLaren has the best car this year. There's a reason they're constructors champions.
Yeah.
But I think that the other part of this has to do with the fact that it's the Hungarian Grand Prix that Oscar won, where they asked Lando to move over because it was a pit stop thing, right? They undercut him on purpose so he didn't have the attack and blah, blah, blah. And they reversed the order and Oscar won his first
weird
race.
deflated win.
The deflated win. Might as well be like, you should tattoo that across the side of Lando's car this year.
Yeah.
If he wins the championship, it will be the most deflated world drivers champion outside of maybe Jochen Rindt, who won the championship as a dead driver. That would probably
Rindt?
Jochen Rindt was the
I've never heard that name before, and I thought I knew all the drivers that won a championship.
Jochen Rindt died during a season that he was so dominant that he still won the drivers championship after he'd passed away.
Who won it that year?
He did.
Jochen Rindt.
Jochen Rindt is a Formula One world champion,
Wow.
but unfortunately, he won it the year that he died.
Wow.
So he was close with Jackie Stewart. So there's a real sad story around
Maybe we'll talk
Jochen
about that.
Rindt.
We'll
Yeah.
have to talk about that in the future. That's
But
crazy.
all that to say that, like, you know,
It'd be a deflated championship.
we're faced with the possibility of everyone feeling a little bit like, but did he win it really?
Did he win it? Yeah.
Because if it's not by more than 3 points, which is the Monza deficit, where they reverse the order in Monza.
Yeah.
If it's not by more than 3 points, that it won't feel fair.
Yeah.
And that's where I feel like, are the team pushing to make it so it's more than 3 points?
Yeah.
So that way there is no argument. We'll just make it so Oscar struggles at a couple races.
Yeah.
And then it won't be doubt. There will be no doubt.
Yeah.
Lando's for sure the champion at that point. Right?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's what we'll do.
See, it's
Doesn't it see?
and now as
Tinfoil
fans,
hats.
we're stuck in this little conspiracy hole.
Right.
Yeah. It's the worst. It's
And-
the worst. But the drama's great.
Right.
I'm talking about it.
Right.
Drive to Survive is losing their minds with excitement for this season. They're going to be cutting together.
Right.
Yeah, maybe they're behind it.
Well, and I also think that there's a possibility. Well, just so you know, there's also a rumor
Okay.
at the moment
Yeah.
that McLaren broke the cost cap last year,
Oh. Uh-oh.
which they're the world constructor champion for last season.
Uh-oh. SpaghettiOs.
Red Bull had their breach of cost cap. I remember Christian Horner was like, it was the catering.
Oh, yeah. It was just hot dogs.
It was hot dogs. 'Cause Max has a strange appetite. He
Yeah.
likes very fine foods.
Yeah.
And it cost us some big issues.
Do you know how hungry Kelly PK gets?
We have to feed her.
You would
It's
not guess
in
it.
Max's
She has a
contract.
3,000 calorie a day intake.
She's got,
And she only eats the best.
and it's mostly In-N-Out burgers.
And it's crazy because she doesn't gain a pound. We're all wondering where it's going.
And it is imported
I
directly
think
from
you
Los
should
Angeles.
be looking into that more than this budget.
Yeah, why are you looking over here?
Why is Kelly eating all this food and still a supermodel?
I don't understand.
That's weird.
It works.
It works.
It works.
So who's McLaren going to blame?
So that's the part of this.
Wasn't there
that's
two
interesting.
teams that were over budget?
Supposedly, so the first report was McLaren and Mercedes. Then another report suggested McLaren and Ferrari. So there have been at
I
least
thought
two
Ferrari
teams.
was above the rules.
Yes.
No, because in Mexico, Lewis got a penalty, and now they have a budget problem.
There was a lack of British presence. That was the problem in Mexico.
Yeah.
But where the stewards are alternating revolving table, the race director is not. But yes, it just seems as though if that happens, what happens from there? What do they do? Because they didn't take away Max's championship. They didn't take away Red Bull's championship. The slap on the wrist effect for what has been cost cap breach, where do they draw the line?
That's true, because if there is no real penalty, like you don't get the championship, you're disqualified. If that's not the penalty, then the mentality becomes next year for every other team. It's that Mercedes can now be like, well, we'll just go over budget, and then we'll budget in the fine to it.
Which is
because we're going to win the championship, so we might as well just like pay the fine that we paid for.
The Dodgers pay a luxury tax. A lot of teams pay like a luxury tax on they deal with their own fines and fees for breaking over what is the budget that they allow, right? NBA does it that way, I think, right? Where they have like a tax for breaking cost caps.
Maybe, I don't know.
So that is the typical way of handling things. But in Formula One's rules, they said, you basically, if you breach our cost cap, you're disqualified. That is the cut and dry rule. You breach cost cap, you're disqualified.
Yeah.
So if McLaren broke it in 24, that would make Ferrari constructor champion in 24.
Whoa, they would lose their minds. Would they accept it?
But then going backwards, where does that stop? Because Felipe Massa is suing
Oh my gosh.
for 2008 World Championship over the fixed Singapore Grand Prix result.
And then Lewis goes back to 6-time champion.
Bingo!
Oh my goodness.
And then Lewis sues for Max Verstappen's 2021 championship.
They are at the brink of
And
a
it becomes
big
a
old can of worms.
That's the point, is that it's like, where do you draw the line?
Yeah, they are
Because if you can
nervous.
backdate and say, we changed the championship result because of a breach,
Yeah.
suddenly there's a lot of lawsuits.
Yes, there's a lot of lawsuits.
A lot.
Because Lewis does not.
Damon Hill's like, and I am suing Michael Schumacher for his first championship because Michael ran into Damon and took him out of the Australian Grand Prix, which
Seems like it's okay.
which is why Michael won his first championship.
I mean, it's part of the rules.
But you could sue and say it was intentional. And then he won the championship, and then Damon Hill took away one of 7 Michael Schumacher championships.
Oh, gosh.
The can of worms is deep.
So they just need to punish McLaren this year
They need to do
and ignore everything in the past.
They need to
What's
do
in
it
the
quick.
past is the past.
Right.
Yeah.
There has to be a line in the sand because that is a very, very bad
that
hole
domino
to
effect. You
dig.
think that domino effect is real?
It's real.
Dang.
I think if they take away a championship, everyone comes to the table and goes, wait, what about this one?
Yeah.
Right? The second that they make that decision, everyone's going to want an adjustment.
Wild.
If it's up for debate, then we will fight it.
That's wild.
So
Yeah.
Landorghini says, I guarantee if you put every driver in equally best car, Lando would still take it. Max close behind George next.
Lamborghini, please.
Level
George.
with us. Level with us.
I'll give you your Lando theory.
And he says Danny Rick last.
Oh,
He's just trying to pick a fight now.
don't, Daddy, don't, don't do this, Daddy. Don't listen to him.
Just for the record, Landorghini, Daniel Rick was still the fastest in the star in a reasonably priced car, F1 edition.
So they already did this. And
This is
Daniel
better
Ricciardo
than
is the
Lewis. It was
fastest.
better than
Michael
Sebastian, Michael Schumacher. Well, Schumacher wouldn't do it.
Yeah.
And so, but Stig, there's a few people that he beat, okay?
Yeah.
So
Yeah, you're just antagonizing us.
he's trying to pick a fight now.
The George one is wild.
Yeah.
That would be a good question to ask. Is if put them all into go-karts, how do we rank them all?
Go-karts, I've always said that they did like a race of champions type deal where they had to all race 190E Cosworth Mercedes back in the day. There's an old like gold
yeah.
Mercedes that Senna drove against other drivers.
Cool. Awesome
And I'm
car.
like, so cool.
Yeah.
But I love that race of champions idea where it's like, put them all in a stock freaking car, make sure the air pressures are all the same, and that nobody's got anything special going on there,
Yeah.
and let them rip.
Yeah.
And let's just see what happens.
Yeah.
I freaking love that idea.
Yes.
It's so great.
I think we'd be surprised at who came out on top.
Right.
I think Max is a killer.
I do think Max would probably trash most of everyone.
I am wondering about Alonso.
Right.
Lewis is great.
Lewis is great.
You think George would beat Lewis? That is wild. No. Regardless of if you're a Daniel Ricciardo hater or not, you think Lewis would lose to George?
I think Carlos Sainz would be good after 3 laps. Because I think that's the only trait that I've noticed about Carlos is that once he figures it out, he's figured it out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But up until that point, it's the testing phase.
Yeah.
Where I think that there's some dudes like Max where it's like, give him like 6 seconds and he's got it.
Yeah.
And somehow.
It's crazy.
It's just a butt. He's got a really fine-tuned butt.
Yep. Something. Yeah, something for the ladies.
Do you want to talk about Apple TV for a second?
For the last little bit.
Yeah, let's talk about Apple TV.
Yeah, so in case you didn't know, for all the people out there who already know this, Apple TV bought the rights for F1 to be broadcast in the US,
yes,
correct?
They did.
So they brought all the streaming rights for F1 in the USA.
Yep.
Okay.
Which means that the F1 TV app is dead.
At this, when I first heard the news, I was mad.
Okay.
Because I was like, I don't want to get an Apple subscription. I try and limit my subscriptions.
Oh, everyone does.
And I don't need another one. And I like my F1 TV app. It's great. It's to the point.
This episode is brought to you by Rocket Money. Cancel your subscriptions. Just kidding. Okay,
it's by Taco Bell.
Yeah, it's by Taco Bell. Always Taco Bell.
I'll go to always Taco Bell.
Yeah.
Unless someone else.
Yeah, unless someone wants to pay for it, Rocket Money.
I was upset.
Yeah.
But then I watched the American Grand Prix. And some of the Mexican Grand Prix was like this. The app has been so glitchy my whole life using it.
Yeah.
Remember when I watched the kids broadcast for way too long?
I still think that's pilot error, but anyways, yes.
Remember how for the first half of this year, and it wasn't user error, it was there was no watch from the start button.
Right.
So no matter what I pushed, it would just jump me right into the race. They fixed it halfway through the summer.
Right.
But now, even still, the UI is annoying because it says watch race live.
Right.
You have to trust that you click on it and it's going to give you an option. But there is so much faith that they are not going to screw you over when you push that button. I hate pushing it every time.
You're like,
I'm taking my life. They are taking my life in their hands. And there's like, and then there's a relief that I can watch from the start.
Right.
I know Apple, who is the kings of UI and user experience, that they will dial it in. I mean, they have been flopping a lot with this year's releases and updates, but I do think that it can build a good looking app that functions as normal people would want it to function.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do.
And I don't think they're going to give something that is low quality.
Right.
I mean, they have invested so much money into this. I mean, they did the F1 movie. They obviously are putting a lot of money behind this.
The only thing that I can say as a baseball fan is that I've seen a lot of Friday Night Baseball.
Yeah,
because they do stream live sports throughout the year.
On Apple?
On Apple.
Okay.
The only thing that I would say is that I think that they're needing to do they're needing to do a little bit of work on keeping the stream quality up. Right now, the latency seems to be an issue.
Oh no!
So they could just get a little bit digital at times where it gets pixelated and struggles.
I don't like this.
But right now, F1 TV's infrastructure is really good.
It is.
And they're not doing away with that necessarily, but they're basically taking what F1 TV is doing and transferring it. So my hope is that they improve it and just move what F1 is doing over to Apple.
Yeah.
Like take their tech and be like, okay, here we go. We're just going to do this in the US.
The code base,
use their
copy and paste
thing.
it over.
Yeah, exactly.
Hopefully.
Not mess with the infrastructure too much. But add some cameras and some cool features because that's totally what they're great at. And that was one thing that I will say is that, watching some baseball games, they definitely add
if they take
different
away
little things to
any
it, right?
features, if they take away any features, fans are going to be mad.
Right.
Because we all have those little features that we like about the F1 app, whether it's like picking your broadcast, picking your camera, or just like all the bonus content that comes in it.
Right.
I love going back and watching like all of the like comeback stories and like the former F1 champions.
I'm hoping all that stuff moves into the
I want
Apple
that
app.
content
For sure. I thought the same thing.
What else is on Apple TV?
Right.
Severance.
Yeah.
I've already seen it.
Yeah.
Next season's out in 10 years.
Ted Lasso.
Ted Lasso. Great.
For sure.
I'd rather have F1 documentaries.
Landorghini is saying that we need to answer an email. What email did you send it to?
Oh, Landorghini, ask your question.
Was it a fastones@gmail or fastones.us@gmail, or did you send it to Das Haas Boys?
Or Instagram.
Yeah.
I like that. This is just us and
This is the
Landorghini.
latency issue between live and
I
not
mean,
live.
this is great because last time we answered an email that had been sent to us in June.
Yeah,
So
we could
keeping us on our toes.
We could do a little better job of checking our emails.
And I'm thankful for Landorghini for keeping us on our toes because we do want to be better in getting emails answered.
the one that shows on your YouTube.
Okay, yeah, we'll check that one.
I will check what's
we
on our
will
YouTube.
check what's on our YouTube.
And then we will check that email.
This is what happens when your producer Kevin never shows up for work.
Oh, and he's Canadian and he likes the Blue Jays, which is why he's also not welcome here.
Yeah, until the series is over.
Until Max tells him, "Go Blue Jays," behind my back.
Hey, Kevin, go Blue Jays. Mike wants you to come over to the podcast.
Amazing. Well, yeah, this has been a fun episode.
It's been a fun episode. Looking at my notes, make sure I haven't forgotten anything. Oh yeah, the Mexican Grand Prix, the AKA Doritos Locos Tacos Grand Prix, presented by Taco Bell.
Is an epic
Baja
Grand Prix.
be thy blast.
Baja be thy blastest.
Yeah,
Thank you guys for watching.
you know it's coming.
Like, subscribe. Apparently, the World Series is still on, so I'm going to go finish this game.
Yeah.
And
Thanks everyone for joining
yeah.
the live stream. We appreciate you. Follow us, subscribe to us, tell us about your friends, and then also go watch some baseball because baseball is America's true sport. Apple pie and